The Spearcrest is an upcoming mod made by BlueSucho that is currently unreleased. This is a mod that I've been given access to show you guys off what is coming and what you can expect with this cool fantasy creature. This is it. This is the Spearcrest. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Here is the male and here is the female. As you can see, the changes to the male and female is literally that armor coloration and the reds and everything. It just goes to dark colors, grays, blacks and all that. For the species, you get these. You get Tenaras, which is the standard one. You get Chonxus, which is like even chunkier, so to say. Like the armor and everything becomes chunkier. Look at the head. That head becomes more pronounced. Well, it's doing a little emote, but it's a really cool looking creature. Now, do bear in mind, this is unreleased, and it's likely still going to be a work in progress by time I'm showing it, and there might be some stuff that are due to change. Next one is Slimus, which looks pretty cool as well. Less chunky, but that armor is still as prevalent. In fact, that head crest is really cool. It kind of looks like a helmet, so to say. The baby for this mod is actually quite big. If you were to compare this to a Iguanodon, as you can see, this is a large baby. That indicates the size of this thing when it's fully grown is gonna be quite big. However, of course, this comes with a standard bite. Now, do bear in mind, there are some stuff missing because this is unreleased, as for example, attack sounds like bite. But that is that, and when we showcase it on our unfortunate fellow Iguanodon, this is the damage that it deals. Not that much, but it is a baby, so do bear that in mind. Now, this is the adult Spearcrest, and geez Louise, this thing is huge. If you were to compare this to the Iguanodon, yeah, this thing is absolutely massive. I do also want to say, the reason why I didn't show the baby sounds and calls is because those sounds for the juvenile and the baby, they're incomplete, so it wasn't really any point showing them. However, the adult sounds are here. That being said, let's showcase all the abilities off, shall we? Now, I want to preface this by saying this is BlueSucho's first ever mod in the game. So you have to kind of judge this off the case that this is their first mod. And so they're probably not going to have as much knowledge and all that as the other modders who've been doing this for years or with massive teams. As far as I'm aware, BlueSucho was working on this on his own with the help from a couple others in terms of helping to get it into the game itself. That being said, this is what you get. Over here where the modifiers usually are, there isn't any just yet. But for the head you get 2 attacks, a bite that causes medium damage, and a ripping bite that does a heavy amount of damage and bleed as well. For the senses you get Lone Survivor, which is 10% armor increased and increased maneuverability when not in a group. And then you get Lone Hunter, which gains 10% increased attack damage when not in a group. So this is a solo predator. You get a claw attack that causes high damage, doesn't say it does bleed. Then you get your metabolism, which is just hyper carnivore, only allows it to eat meat, food drains much slower. For the hide, you get 3 options here: lightweight, which increases speed by 5%, resilient scales, which increases bleed and venom healing by 30%, and tough scoots, which increases armor by 15%. For your legs, you get charge, which is a charge forward in a line, causing damage to anything you hit. Then you get a tail attack, which causes knockback and poison damage, which is really cool. So let's showcase the animations for these attacks and then showcase the attacks off. So that's all the attack animations right there, but how does it fare damage-wise to our Iguanodon? Well, this might be one of the creatures now, toe-to-toe, that should be able to deal quite a bit of damage to Iguanodon, because, well, look at how big it is compared to it. So, it's your standard bite, which does a fair amount of damage. This has a 1-second cooldown, so you can literally just rip and tear. Probably 20 bites there, and it's dead. For the bleed bite, it does a lot of damage, more than the standard bite, and you can combo this with the standard bite as well by instantly doing that and then comboing it like that. And wow, that includes bleed and a lot more damage. That's 2 really strong attacks there. Next up, you get the claw attack. The claw attack, I think, is very similar. In fact, I do believe the rig of this creature might be on that of Spino or Sucho, judging by that claw attack animation. That being said, damage-wise, it doesn't do that much. It did miss the second time. Maybe that's just because of the hitbox of the Iguanodon or the reach of this mod itself. For the tail attack, of course, you have these barbs on the tail. So this is what the damage it does is. It's more than the claw attack. So, truthfully, you'll have that nice protection on the rear. You also get that poison or venom style damage as well, which comes from those barbed spikes on the tail. As for the charge, however, the last thing to showcase attack-wise, yeah, this is what it does. Let's show it. So it does a little bit of knockback, but that damage is quite substantial. Once you've done that, maybe go in with a bleed bite and then a standard bite. Then do that bleed bite again, and then a standard bite again. You could probably get another standard bite in before you do another bleed bite like that. And then boom, that guy's already almost dead. As for the skins, this mod gets 4 skins here. You get your shingleback skin, which is your default skin. Here's the patterns here. You've got pattern 3, pattern 1, pattern 2 right there. Randomize it a little bit. That's some of the colorations that you can get. It's a really, really pretty skin. Definitely one that I would say is pretty well made. The next one is Omatakia, which is a gorgeous skin right here. Very pretty overall. I wonder if it's probably better when you change it in terms of the colorations, but at the moment you've got those standard browns, light blues on, but you've got your standard browns, you've got whites, blacks, all that. Next is Caustic, which is a really pretty skin. Now this so far here is just showcased as browns, but the preview image showcases other colors, so it's likely that you'll be able to mix and match, of course, with the color variations that you can get there, like here, and it will look very, very nice. And the final skin that you can get is Dots. This is another very pretty skin. This includes browns, beiges, and that white crest. Other coloration options you can get is like blues and whites and all that jazz. So there's a lot of options once again with this mod's colorations. 4 skins to choose from so far, maybe more to come in the future. What do you guys think about this one? Let me know in the comments down below. Do bear in mind this mod is not out yet. I was requested to cover this one early. Now that it's in game, available to be showcased. Of course, there was some stuff missing, like the baby sounds and all that jazz. However, love to know what you think, but this is a mod that you could expect soon in the game of Path of Titans. Anyways, if you want to check out another video, I recommend this one, where I reviewed the newly released Nasutoceratops. Anyways, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.